Joe Biden and our government will tell you the world is united in pushing for a continued proxy war in Ukraine. It's the whole world versus Russia, baby! Yes, except minus 90% of said world. As Newsweek published just last week, nearly 90% of the world isn't following us on Ukraine. That op-ed was written by two ex-U.S. diplomats who admitted 87% of the world's population refuses to enforce the West's sanctions on Russia, showing neutrality over the proxy war in Ukraine. Neutrality? Why are they showing a delicious hazelnut chocolate spread? Nutella. That's Nutella. It's different. It's different. This neutrality doesn't mean that 87% of the world's population loves the Russian invasion, but it does mean they live in countries that are staying out of this proxy war. They don't view the U.S. as the moral arbiter of world events. Who knows why that could be? Perhaps it's because together our past two presidents have had 30 rape and sexual assault allegations against them, which I'd say is, it's too many. It's too many. We should have some sort of cutoff, like a baker's dozen or something. Or maybe 90% of the world doesn't trust us on moral issues because the U.S. has launched 251 military interventions since 1991 and 469 since 1798. 251 military interventions since 1991? You're probably thinking, that sounds insane. Where'd you get that info, Lee? ThingsIMadeUp.com, Weird Facts from the Ancient Alien Guy.tv, StuffTheMayans.gov/pigfarts/web address? Huh? Where did you read? The U.S. has had 251 military interventions over just the past 30 years. Well, it's according to a report by the Congressional Research Service, a U.S. government institution that compiles information on behalf of Congress. So the U.S. government has just admitted they have been militarily involved 251 times since MC Hammer put out Too Legit to Quit. I don't think the two are connected, though. Correlation does not equal causation, especially in all things Hammer related. But basically, the U.S. government is homicidal maniacs with crazy eyes, like that guy who led the Heaven's Gate cult, and apparently almost 90% of the world knows that they are insane. And the rest of the world is going, yeah, we're totally in this with you. We want to work with you on that proxy war. I gotta go get my electric razor. It's in French Polynesia. I'll be right back. Even the right-wing propaganda outlet for the American empire, the Wall Street Journal, acknowledged these inconvenient facts in a report in April titled "Anti-Russia Alliance is Missing a Big Block, the Developing World." Apparently, the Wall Street Journal views 90% of the globe's population as the developing world. So what can we, the U.S., do about this? Well, one tactic would be to stop funding and arming Nazis and, let actual peace talks happen between Ukraine and Russia rather than ensuring this horrific fighting continues forever. But we'd never do that. We'd sooner have a nude tickle fight with Sergei Lavrov. But another way to deal with the developing world not supporting us is to join the developing world. No, seriously, the U.S. has essentially sunk down to the level of a developing nation in the global rankings. The United Nations Office of Sustainable Development dropped the U.S. to 41st worldwide, down from its previous ranking of 32nd. The U.S. ranks between Cuba and Bulgaria. Both are widely regarded as developing countries. Wow, we have gone from the most developed country in the world back down to a farm team. Maybe that's because we can't seem to find the money to give our citizens clean water, or free health care, or a solid education. But we have plenty of money to send to Ukraine to fight our proxy war. Maybe that's why the United States, the supposedly wealthiest country in the world, is now back down to being rated as a developing country, looking like we've been bombed by our own fucking bombs. Can't get water out of the water fountains, can't get electricity out of the electrical outlets, can't get transportation from the public transportation, can't get a postal service from the postal service, and can't get a happy ending from the massage parlor. This is a failed state, or at least a pretty shitty one. 90% of the world does not support us in our insane military pursuits, and I would imagine most Americans trying to find clean water probably don't care much about Ukraine either. Not to mention, if you're gonna pretend to be the moral authority in the world, perhaps you shouldn't have militarily obliterated other areas of the world 251 times just since the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air premiered. Perhaps try a little more Nutella, okay? That's it for now, but the Most Censored News comes out twice a week and we are completely independently funded. So if you want to see this continue, become a member on Patreon. And please share this episode and leave a comment in the comment section. Until next time, keep fighting.